Alright, just want to do a quick video. Put this in my legal section. Whole life's legal. I'm working on this video now. You can't see it, maybe you can. Working on getting my house back. Working on the trust fund. Working on... What the hell am I working on? The trust fund's like 2 cases, couple appeals. Oh, the cyber stalking. And this is all public information, freely available to anybody until they delete it on the court website. It's not subject to any privacy complaints or anything like that. So, for anyone who's unfamiliar, if you just got here, I've had a criminal case ongoing for over 3 years now. 39 months, 40 months now. I got beat up by 3 people covered in bruises and bite marks. But I got an order of recusal. So this matter having been considered by the court, the Undersigned County judge hereby recused himself from proceeding over any matters of the above style case. 18th day of June 2025. Frank I. Gray, County Judge. He said he would recuse himself when I had my 3rd attorney. So we had 12 attorneys, I think 12 to 15 prosecutors now, going on the 2nd judge. It's insane for a simple, alleged first-time misdemeanor where I got exculpatory evidence that I'm the only injured party. And I've been harassed and targeted by the sheriff's office for a decade now because of my stupid trust fund, my stupid trustee. Anyway, so yeah, order of reassignment to Joseph Justice. I know I've had him before for something, and I don't recall what. There's so many court cases against me, or that I've filed. I can't keep them all straight. And like, I'm related but unrelated. I had a pride. Did I make a video about this? I had a prosecutor. I know I made a post about it. A prosecutor that nailed me to the wall. Prosecuted me. That became the judge in one of my cases against my trustee. I did the same stuff this guy does. Denying ADA accommodations, denying remote appearances, scheduling problems that don't even go with the law. Taking ex parte, using ex parte communications, granting motions to dismiss that are never served on the other party and based on no legal grounds whatsoever. So what's going to happen after this? Like, these are the motions I did. So all right, now we got I'll try to keep this short. Joseph Justice. Joseph Justice. Tell me that's not a fake name. Like he didn't change that. run for judge or whatever. So these are the motions I filed that Judge Frank Gray found to be the most important. I would assume he doesn't give a reason why he recused himself, but this is what was included. And notice to produce full accounting, financial disclosure, and SPN associated data. This I filed on the 12th of June. So I asked for complete accountings, financial records, billings, administrative costs, fiscal activity, bond and pretrial detention financials, court administrative costs. Feel free to pause it and read this stuff. Attorney cost and public fund usage, taxpayer and court resources, request for all information associated with SPN number, system person number, which is another account. You get these troll channels in here that make up these brand new accounts. Oh, you're asking for stuff that nobody cares about, you shouldn't be asking for. Namely, bond info, financial data that me and the public, that me's entitled to, that I am entitled to, the public's entitled to. But nobody knows about this SPN number. I certainly know about it. But he found a reason to duck and hide because of this. Legal grounds. There's only legal grounds I don't care about. Will this ever get addressed? I want all this bond information. I want all this financial information. It's another thing. This is educational and newsworthy. So we got Brady versus Maryland. They don't care about that. Gideon versus Wainwright. They don't care about that. So yeah, preservation, use of this information. Feel free to pause it, read at your leisure. It's important stuff. Request for judicial and prosecutorial financial disclosure and liability bonds for the judge. I've asked him like 3-4 times, something like that. Result of office and bond. He won't disclose it because he doesn't have one. I'll do the same thing with this new judge, Joseph Justice. The Honorable Joseph Justice. Where's your bond? Where's your oath of office and bond? I'm gonna need that. So I want all the judges' current financial disclosure forms. The prosecutor, any bonds, the blanket bonds they got. So any financial interests, bonuses, or reward programs tied to the prosecution's metrics, conviction rates, or trial targets. Did you know they're on some sort of stat and metric program where they get bonuses and shit, just like a used car dealership, or any car dealership, or anything else in sales, or the cops, they get it too. So then you see, I put that in. And this one, this is the one I said it's gonna cause something to happen. So demand to dismiss with prejudice for judicial notice of attorney's felonies, for sanctions, for formal public apology, for judicial recusal. It's like a third time. Fool's got to recuse himself. He finally did it. For notice of judicial obstruction, fraud on the court. Oh, I want my dismissal. I want you to cut me a big giant novelty check that's blank. So it comes now me asked to immediately discharge all charges against me, take judicial notice of felony charges against court-appointed attorney Pamber Smatwell, recuse himself for actual bias, willful blindness and obstruction of justice, formally acknowledge judicial obstruction, further matter to the Inspector General, U.S. Department of Justice for investigation. They just dropped this thing like a hot potato and ran. It was a hot, but it was a radioactive potato 3 years ago. Over 3 years ago. Yeah, retaliatory unequal prosecution. Issue a public apology for the appointment of a known drug-addicted, criminally charged individual as legal counsel for the defendant. It's my background. The defendant has been prosecuted continuously in this case for more than 3 years, with 5 jury trials canceled, multiple attorneys withdrawn, multiple, and dozens of court filings ignored, hundreds of court filings ignored, stricken without cause of hearing. And the defendant's 8th court-appointed attorney, Pamber Smatwell, was under active criminal investigation during a representation, and was subsequently charged with 2 felony counts of child neglect, endangerment, 1 felony count of perjury in official proceedings, official evidence transfer receipt, dated June 5th, 2025, reveals she was in possession of approximately 20 grams of that right there, trafficking quantity, 27 pills of that right there, a Schedule II controlled substance, surveillance recordings, photographs of evidence of injured children, body-worn camera footage from multiple law enforcement officers, toxicology results showing controlled substances in her system at the time of the incident. Yeah, but it's unclear whether this is clear. The cops seized the pills. Which means she don't have a prescription for it. So it's unclear whether the 27 pills found in Pamber's possession were legally prescribed or legally obtained. Either scenario is disqualifying. If illegally possessed, this constitutes felony possession, the Schedule II controlled substance. And it raises further concerns of intent to traffic or distribute, yet no additional charges. No charges were filed against her for this stuff. If legally prescribed, this indicates a serious underlying mental or neurological condition, which would raise concerns under Florida rule regarding her capacity to represent criminal defendants. First, believed that she was under a DCF investigation or barred from unsupervised contact with her children due to child endangerment charges. She was deemed incapable of caring for her own kids. How could she have been fit to represent others in a courtroom? This reflects gross negligence, lack of judicial oversight. Moreover, Ms. Patwell's felony perjury charge reveals a pattern of dishonesty. She filed a motion to this very case to have the defendant declared mentally incompetent only after being reported to the Florida bar. This act was retaliatory without medical basis or client consultation and intended to discredit and silence the defendant. The court granted her motion, compounding the abuse and aiding the concealment of Pamber's conduct. Right, during a hearing, I alerted the court that my counsel had 2 felony charges. It was before she had the perjury one. I didn't know about the illicit narcotics. And this, I'm talking about Frank here, Frank Ray. The court responded with a, who? You said, who, you? A derisive and evasive remark that evidence of judicial bias, gaslighting, and a refusal to acknowledge serious concerns raised on the record. There's no record there. I made my own record. The hearing occurred prior to the perjury charge being filed, further confirming the court took no action, even after learning Ms. Patwell was facing multiple felony charges. This is fraud in the court, judicial complicity, and criminal misconduct. There's all my legal authority, canons, and criminal trial procedure. Fun fact, well, all civil procedures are tried in the criminal jurisdiction in Florida. So yeah, the appointment of felonious counsel was a fundamental violation of my due process. Ms. Patwell's appointment, while under active and felony investigation and possession of illegal narcotics, constitutes ineffective assistance of counsel under Gideon v. Wainwright, Strickland v. Washington. State and court knowingly that you can't feign ignorance. All those people, they know each other. They interact with each other every day. She's in court for this crap. They'll go play golf together, go out for sushi, marry each other, bang each other, cheat on each other with each other. You can't feign ignorance over this. But yeah, failure to act on attorney's felony charges and approval of retaliatory mental health motions constitute judicial obstruction and bias. Recusal is not only warranted but required under judicial ethics and due process standards. State and sheriff's office engage in retaliatory and unequal prosecution, while ignoring drug trafficking, child endangering attorney, so it's a drug addict too. State maliciously pursued charges against a defendant, a disabled homeless victim with substantial evidence. I'm gonna start dropping LGBT in here too. A trifecta of minority. This constitutes unequal treatment and selective enforcement, violating equal protection clause and fundamental fairness. Wherefore, I respectfully don't respect these people. Demands immediate dismissal of all charges with prejudice, and judicial notice of Pamber Smatwell's felony charges, and drug and child endangerment evidence against her, her perjury conviction, retaliatory conduct in this case. I did an addendum to this because the next day I think I found where Supreme Court suspended her. She should be disbarred for life. And suspended her. So yeah, judicial recusal for demonstrated bias and misconduct. Public apology, acknowledging the appointment of a criminally compromised and mentally unfit attorney. Referral of the court, state attorney, and sheriff's office to the Department of Justice and our Florida Inspector General for Civil Rights and Criminal Investigation. Sanctions against the Office of State Attorney and the Pasco Sheriff's Office. So I put some evidence here. They don't care about evidence. They care about this time. There's the evidence sheet with all the illicit narcotics on it. I could have put her. There's only so much I can do out here. I could have put her drug test on there too. It's on the police report. There's her criminal charges. Perjury, making false affidavit in official proceedings, child neglect, 2 counts. Here's why I tried to. There's a date on here. I moved for sanctions. I put it. I did an or tennis motion. I let the judge know right in front of his face with my mouth that what this woman was doing, and I let him know here that her, Jasenia, Marie. There's more than 3 attorneys. I think I put Serbo in there too. Need to be sanctioned, and that was on 9/22/2024. And then there's her motion to withdraw, ex parte. Everything's ex parte around there. When she tries to say I was gonna attack her or something, she's crazy. 18 pages of that. So there you go. There you go. There's the recusal. Now what is this Joseph Justice guy going to do about it? Is he going to continue pursuing me? In light of all this? Not even that I'm giving him exculpatory evidence that I'm the only injured party. But give me a drug addict felon? Drug addict, child abusing felon? As my attorney? Give me 12 attorneys? Oh, we'll see. I'm going to work on getting my house back. Thank you guys for coming.